Hello and welcome to the Supercast. I'm your host, Superintendent Anthony Godfrey. Years after graduating from Bingham High School, a former student couldn't stop craving a cafeteria item that she ate almost every day. She even doubted whether she would ever get to enjoy it again. On this episode of the Supercast, hear the story of two Bingham High graduates, now married, and how they were downright determined to get their hands on a couple of beloved Bingham Cafeteria spicy chicken sandwiches. Find out how they got the surprise of a lifetime in the process of their culinary pursuit.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
We're so good.
My name is Anthony Godfrey. I'm the Superintendent of Schools for Jordan School District.
That's amazing.
And I understand that you're a fan of the spicy chicken sandwich.
The
a
biggest
loyal fan.
A loyal fan.
Yeah, I think about it every day.
Well, this is your lucky day because, as you can probably tell, I have a bunch of foil-wrapped spicy chicken sandwiches straight from Bingham High School.
Oh,
These
gosh.
are not just
Dang.
spicy chicken
Far
sandwiches
drive.
from the Jordan District. It is from Bingham High School.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Thank you so much.
Can we enjoy some spicy chicken sandwiches with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do it out here if you'd like. I know we're surprising you.
Well, you probably have to take your lunch, right?
Yeah.
We can do it right out here. We even brought some chairs.
Oh, perfect. I'm Brianna. This is George. We went to Bingham how many years ago now? Like 5 or 6?
We graduated in 2017, so it's been 6 years since we graduated.
Yeah. And we've been together for 5 years, and basically probably once a month I joke about all the time how I think spicy chicken sandwiches are just amazing, and if I could go back to Bingham for those,
Yeah.
I would.
I've been trying to figure it out for years, and then I finally was like,
It's time.
I gotta go up the chain, gotta ask them.
Now
How do I get them?
You just clicked on the website and said, tell us about the message that you sent because it got all of our attention.
I basically just said, my wife loves the chicken sandwiches, and I need to figure out how to get them because we just found out recently that she was pregnant, and so I was like, I have to get them now.
Perfect excuse.
It's like I have to. Like after all these years of joking, and be like, one day, maybe somehow. Now I'm like, well, it's it's go time. I gotta get them. So
It's go time. So you sent in a comment, and we are responsive to the comments sent in on the
Thank
website.
goodness.
yeah, very
Not
quick.
always this responsive, where I personally travel
Yeah.
to Saratoga Springs, but
Yeah.
today is an exception because it's the
Yeah.
first time I've heard specifically about someone who is such a devoted fan of the spicy chicken sandwich. So here's my question.
Okay.
I know that you just found out that you're pregnant. Do you account for this as a craving specifically, or is this something that you have craved long before finding out that you were expecting?
Definitely long before. I literally, like I said, I've commented on it probably a good 10 times over the years about how much I love it, and now it's just the perfect excuse where he can't say no. He had to figure it out.
Yeah, literally, I can't even tell you how many times she's talked about wanting the spicy chicken sandwiches, because we'll talk about school and stuff, because we kind of didn't really cross paths at Bingham, and we only met after.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about our experiences, and every time we bring up high school in any way, it's always the sandwich will come up.
Yeah.
As I loved those chicken sandwiches. They were just the best.
They were. Got it
Well,
all figured out.
our nutrition services director was pretty pleased to hear the impact that the
Yeah.
spicy chicken sandwich has had
Yeah.
on your life.
They know what they're doing.
And we asked about the recipe, and just to point out your husband's devotion, the recipe is for 250 sandwiches.
Perfect.
And he said, you know what? I'll make 250 and we'll just put them in the freezer.
I don't
He was
doubt.
ready to lean into that recipe.
Yeah.
But we actually brought a 2017 yearbook from the archives for you to browse through to
Yeah.
kind of jog some other Bingham memories. And you didn't meet in high school. Is that right?
We
Yeah.
didn't. We actually had the same. She was in a class that I had with Moritz.
Yeah, 2 of them.
She sat 2 seats behind me. I never knew until
Yeah.
after.
We were kind of he had a friend group, I had a friend group, and they were kind of passing by each other.
We were very much in orbit.
Yeah.
But just never collided
Never
until
talked
after.
too much.
And then the gravitational pull
It's too
kicked
strong.
in.
Yeah.
All right.
I also remember we did they did this drone shot That was
I
really,
see that there with 17.
Yeah, that was
and
really
the apostrophe. I think the people in the apostrophe must feel pretty cool.
They
that
probably
that
do,
they
for
got
sure.
to
It's
be
an exclusive
apostrophe
club.
people.
I think I was in the one somewhere.
It was probably a lottery drawing to be part of
Probably,
the
yeah.
apostrophe instead of the 1 or the 7.
Yeah,
So
but that was
there's
fun.
my picture.
Oh yeah, there you are.
And then there's George's.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Little
awesome.
babies.
I know. So close to each other in the yearbook too.
I know.
Look, I'll tell you, you have not aged in the last 5 to 7
I know.
years. Yes.
I know. When I was
You're looking great. You're
when
looking great.
When I was 16, it was funny because I always had like a baby face. I remember I worked at Best Buy and someone was like, "How old do you have to be to work here?" And I was like 16. They're like, "Oh, you look 12." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much for that."
That used to happen to me too, but
Yeah.
winter is coming.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It won't last forever.
Exactly. So the older I get, the more I'm thankful that I have a baby face because
You
I'm
guys
like, you know what? I'm youthful.
You look fantastic. You look
Thank you,
fantastic.
thank you.
Now, tell me, so when are you due?
Super early, so like June, July.
Yeah, we just barely. found
Yeah.
out,
Well,
pretty
that's
much.
fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you, and
Yeah.
thank you for this wonderful gift. I
Yeah.
will cherish it.
Yeah, we'll remember this for sure.
Now, to enhance your Bingham experience today, the principal was very excited when we told him this story.
Uh-huh.
So he has gathered a bunch of swag for you that we
Oh,
want to
that's
share
so
with you now.
cool.
Straight from the principal, we have a sweatshirt for each of you and a blanket
That's so cool.
for both of you. A huge Bingham blanket,
I love that.
which is pretty exciting. That'll come in handy, especially with the baby. And the principal sent 2 pins from the year that you graduated. These become very limited
Yeah.
right after that year passes. So
Oh, yeah.
from the archive, a pin for each of you from the year you graduated, and
cool.
a pin from this year for the baby when it's born. So
Have
the
some heritage.
Bingham tradition for you guys continues. So
Totally.
Bingham didn't bring you together in the moment, but Bingham brought you together eventually.
It did.
100%.
It did, because look at the impact it's having right now.
Yeah.
Stay with us. When we come back, we find out what all the fuss is about as we bite into a Bingham High spicy chicken sandwich.
Does your student want to become a veterinarian, commercial pilot, programmer? Maybe they want to make a difference as a dental assistant, work in digital media, robotics, welding, or web design. These are some of the programs offered as part of Career and Technical Education, CTE, in Jordan School District. CTE provides the technical skills needed to prepare students for future employment and/or a successful transition to post-secondary education. Career and Technical Education provides work-based learning opportunities. We partner with industry experts to offer apprenticeships and internships with students working in the real world at real jobs while going to school. The CTE experience starts in our elementary schools with the Kids Marketplace and grows through middle and high school. Our 2 Jordan Academy for Technology and Careers, JATC campuses, offer unique programs to fit your child's dreams for the future. To explore all CTE has to offer in Jordan School District, visit cte.jordandistrict.org today, and let's get your child started on the pathway to a profession.
Now, we were able to catch you at home because you both get to work from home several days a week. Tell me what you're each doing now.
So I do complaints reporting for Lending Club Bank. So just analyzing complaints, trends, stuff like that, and then my reports get sent up to the executives.
Great.
Yeah. I work for the same company. Luckily, I also work from home, and I do like credit underwriting to approve like personal loans.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Nice to be able to work from home.
It is
That'll
very
be great
nice.
when the baby comes as well.
It is nice,
Yeah.
and even worst case, the office is only like 10 minutes away. So overall, it's a really nice location
Yeah.
with work.
Yeah.
Same school, same job,
Even same middle school for a minute.
and same middle
We
school.
did,
Really?
yeah. We
Yeah.
both went to Elk Ridge for 2 years, and then I went to South Jordan Middle for 9th grade.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know. Well, actually, it's funny. This is a story that I always love. She had in 7th grade, I just moved to South Jordan. I lived in Saratoga Springs prior. So I was new. No one knew me. And I had a math class I think it was Miss Graff.
Yeah.
And she sat on the same table as me in 7th grade. I don't remember this, but she remembers this.
Ah.
Because she said she had a crush on me when she first saw me at the table. And then when Miss Graff did roll call and said my name, she stopped having a crush on me.
Really?
Back in 7th grade, she
My
said
little 12-year-old brain.
And why was that?
she didn't like the name George, you know? Just how it is.
George shut it down for
It
her
shut
for
it
a
all
while.
down. But look at where we are now.
Look
so,
at you
know,
overcoming that name.
overcoming
Right.
challenges.
I like
yeah.
the name George, but
Yeah,
she
what's-
does now too, right?
She
Yeah.
does now too, for sure.
Doesn't make 12-year-old me shine super bright, but
It's
No,
always
hey.
so funny.
Hey, we all evolve. We
We
grow
do.
up.
Exactly.
Things change.
Exactly.
Without any further ado, I have hot, spicy chicken sandwiches from Bingham right in front of me. How long has it been since you had one?
2017.
Yeah,
It's
I guess
been
like
since-
7.5
since
years.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
it's been
before
forever.
graduation.
And how frequently would you say when you were at Bingham you had a spicy chicken sandwich?
That's literally all I had for lunch.
Every day.
If I ate lunch, probably at least 3 times a week.
Okay. Well, here you are. Here's a platter
Oh,
of your
gosh.
favorite chicken sandwich. So maybe take one from the bottom. Maybe it's a little hotter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Oh, she
I
feels
just want us to wait and see your reaction. So you go
Okay.
right ahead.
Okay.
She's going to unveil it right now.
It's been so long.
Her hands are shaking a little bit.
I know.
She's pretty
I
excited.
know, I am. look at her in all of her glory.
Does it look like
The-
you remember?
The same
it does.
bun.
The
She's-
same bun.
She's fluffier, dare I say.
Made with the same level of love.
She's beautiful.
Yeah. Is it exactly how you remember?
It's wonderful.
Now it's like a Proustian Madeline that is taking you back to your childhood.
Yeah.
It's like the scene in Ratatouille when the critic eats the food and it like transports him back.
I know.
Exactly.
I can hear kids screaming in the lunchroom.
It's bringing it all back.
It is so perfect. Thank
Okay,
you.
here. Now you can experience as well your
Thank
wife's delight. And I'm going to have one too. I'm going to join you.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Join the party.
Doug's holding the microphone. No chicken sandwich. Okay. All right.
I'll enjoy it for you. This is great.
All right. Let's peel it away.
That's
Ooh, it
exactly-
does feel good. It's a nice soft bun.
I know.
Okay.
so
Bun
good.
might even be better. It's so
Uh-huh.
fluffy.
That's a good sando.
Right?
Wow.
The director knows what they're doing. This is
It's
so
very
good.
good.
No wonder.
I know,
Wow.
right?
I know.
Just one of those things you have it like every day when you're in school. You take it for granted and then you leave and you're like, wait a minute, I can't get this at a restaurant.
It has the nostalgia that nothing else has. It's just too good.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me some of the memories this brings back. Do you remember who you had lunch with and whether you had A or B lunch? And what are some of the Bingham memories that come back?
I definitely preferred the later lunch.
Yeah.
Made the day go by faster.
Oh, really? So by the time you get to lunch, you're done with 3 class periods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've only got 1 to go.
I'm
Exactly.
nearly out of there. But I remember being friends with Sophia Foresta. She did like BMX, had Sports Illustrated come at the time.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Sophia's pretty cool. Some other friends, Courtney, Alexis, I don't know. We're all grown up now.
Now, I heard that there was a particular teacher that was very impactful for you at Bingham.
Yes, Miss Bridge, she's amazing. She deserves everything good.
Tell me about her.
I don't know, there's so much I could say. She just really made me like think about the real world, which I appreciate because when you're in high school, all you think about is yourself. So she made me like think and form my own opinions for myself and be like, why do you think about that? Or why do you think that way? So she made me think like an adult for the first time.
And tell me about your teacher experiences at Bingham.
I had a couple of teachers that I really liked, but I would say specifically, if I were to call out like anyone for being the best, I would say Kevin Moritz. He
He's a
is
great
like
one.
fantastic. He really like, I think like without him, I would not be like the same person I am today because he taught like social studies. He also did like econ, stuff like that. And the way that he would teach was so like engaging and fun, but at the same time he was very like real about what he was talking about. You know, he wouldn't sugarcoat anything. There was no bias in any of it. And it seemed like he really cared about like the well-being for his students, and he left like a pretty big mark on me. So I would shout him out forever. He's the best.
He's a good one too, yeah.
Any other thoughts about Bingham before we leave you with the sandwiches to do with what you will?
I'd also like to shout out the sub sandwiches.
Oh,
Those are my personal favorite.
okay.
This was Brianna's. My favorite was the sub sandwiches. I loved them so much. I don't know what the mayonnaise was made of. Honestly, it was a little runny and kind of strange, but it was my favorite. It was my favorite. Like, that's the best way I could put it. I don't know. Like, when I look back at it, that's my chicken sandwich, where I'm like, what I would do to have a sub sandwich with way too much mayonnaise on it.
And this is how considerate he was. He never mentioned the sub sandwich.
I didn't
It
want to
was
muddy
all
the
about
waters.
taking
I'm the
care
star.
of you.
Yeah.
It was making sure you had what you needed.
That's amazing.
So let us know. You can stop by an a la carte to either one anytime. I have 9 or 10 of them for you, and the reason I'm vague about the number is because I think I'm taking one more with me.
I don't
Go for
blame
it.
you.
No, I'm just kidding. It is a very tasty sandwich, though. And previously, my favorite meal was the macaroni and cheese that we make in Jordan District. But now that I found out that the chicken sandwich is so delicious, and it's spicy every day of the week,
That's right.
that a la carte item is going to be on my list as well. So
Changes
thank you
things.
for helping me understand better
I know.
the options available.
Got to spread the word, you know.
That's right. Spread the word. So those listening, let us
gotta
know.
try it
Shoot me
out.
an email. We'll hook you up with a chance for an a la carte spicy chicken sandwich. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Yeah, of course.
And for
Thank
letting
you.
us surprise you here with some sandwiches. And I'm probably the only person that's going to surprise you with spicy chicken sandwiches today.
Well,
So don't
thank
get your
you.
hopes up for another visit. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Supercast. Remember, education is the most important thing you'll do today. We'll see you out there.